Testing 1, 2, 3. Alright, I think my mic's working. Hold on, is my... Yeah, okay, yeah, that's working. Okay, hey, let's switch over. What's up, y'all? I wanted to play Elden Ring today, and, you know, no, I think I said this last stream. Yeah, we're working on, let me lower. What the heck? That is a little bit louder than I thought it would be. Let me just lower that. I wonder how bad. Okay. So we are working on Dungeons and Dragons today. I am a dungeon master for a private group, and I was given 4 weeks to plan a campaign. So I was given 4 weeks to plan the next chapter of my campaign. Deadline? I'm supposed to do the dungeon mastering tomorrow. I have not finished any of my plans yet. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and at least get part of the quest stuff done. The main thing is, it's a dungeon crawl. They're going to go into a dungeon crawl. Simple as that. I just need to build the actual dungeon. I did build stuff prior. I posted it on my Twitter. Basically, what's happening is my party is taking over a town, but there's also a mountain that has like lightning bolts going off of it. And right now they're just going through a pre-made game, which is it's a level 12 like pre-made that takes place in the Ghost of Saltmarsh book. They've almost finished it, and they're gonna essentially take over the town. And the entire campaign is about them establishing the town as like a new capital at high level. But anyways, this takes place on the Eberron setting, because I was too lazy to come up with my own setting, and I like the Eberron setting. I like the Magitech and everything that's in Eberron, and the players were more accepting of going into like a near modern world if it was set in like an official D&D world versus if it was my own setting. So I decided to go with Eberron because I like it. The party, the setting at the moment is in the Lazar Principalities. The party is settling in Tempest Isle. This little ship icon, by the way, was taken from Guild Wars 1. I use a lot of Guild Wars for my private stuff in Roll20. And yeah, it's a pirate campaign. All the characters are basically high-level pirates, and they're trying to establish themselves as a new principality in the Lazar Principalities. The Lazar Principalities, they are an alliance of pirate warlords, essentially. But anyways, where the campaign is going is Tempest Isle is an island that's basically surrounded by a perpetual hurricane at all times, essentially. Or basically, it's always storming. It's Florida. It's basically Florida. And what's gonna happen is, so I'll just show you what I made here. This is a little map I made. This is actually just a safe area for the players to kind of just see and explore. This right here is a KNIF workshop. So players are just going to come down here, kind of see, oh, they now have a workshop that they can use NPCs to like build stuff in. But main thing is we have a train right here in everyone's setting. It's called a lightning rail. And this lightning rail is going to take them to the very center of the mountain. And that's where they want to explore. So right over here, if they decide to take the subway, they'll kind of get stopped at a roadblock, and they'll have to fight something in basically this lightning rail station. I'm not sure what's gonna go down here. Yeah, I'm really not sure what will stop them. I'm thinking like just constructs or something that belonged to the military of Sire, or the KNF, like some KNF constructs that went haywire. Over here, they decide to just go through the marshlands. We have a battle map made to fight there as a random encounter. Thinking they'll just fight some monstrosities or so. Something really simple as that. It's gonna be like really swampy, really groggy for them to trudge through, and it'll take them longer if they go through the jungle or rather than take the subway. And then right over here, they're gonna find themselves basically in a abandoned military outpost. Hold on, something's not right. Oh, that bridge is not supposed to be there. God dang it. Alright, shoot. What? Okay. Let me grab that. This right here is gonna be on the GM layer. Oh, right. I think I was just trying to position it. That makes sense. So that right there, a bridge, I just have, essentially, this right here is supposed to be, it's a little bit of a weird perspective, but yeah, and as I said, the entire area is like always storming, so it's raining here, but this is gonna be like a military outpost that the lightning rail stops at, and it's gonna go into a giant mountain. These gates are supposed to be sealed. I don't have a graphic for that, but I'll describe that. The gates are completely closed, and they'll have to, and the only way to cross easily is they'll have to figure out a little puzzle to get the bridge running. Honestly, I might just, I'm not sure how the puzzle's gonna go. I'll have to figure it out last minute tomorrow. And essentially, you can see everything down here is supposed to be flooded. And this is like a really, like, it's supposed to be a giant city, like, literally a city made by giants in ancient times. And it's scaling the mountain, like, this area was not part of the actual central hub inside the mountain. And it's been flooded, just due to age. And it's a weird perspective, but this is supposed to be like 100 feet or so down, maybe 200 feet. So just giving you guys a taste of like the maps I make. This right here is completely empty, and this is what we're gonna be working on. So this will be the giant city that the players are gonna trudge through, and they're gonna essentially try to reach the very center of the mountain and find the cause of why a hurricane is essentially just sitting on top of the island at all times. And that's basically where what I've gotten so far. Nothing too intricate, which is the issue because I like making really intricate storylines when possible. But let me show you some other things. This was a map I had a lot of fun making, and it's the map in the thumbnail. I call it the Battle for Reality map. This was a battle map I made that was meant to be for a level 20 battle, but they never. I made it because I was hyping up a horror campaign based on the Cthulhu mythos, but no one wanted to play it, so I just made this and got really sad. I could always bring it back though. I think this is the best, the coolest looking map I've made so far. Let me see, let's archive that. And let me find some art maps I've actually made. There's a lot of pre-made stuff here, in case I get really lazy. All those room numbers are other things I've done. No, not that one. Alright, let's grab this one. It's called Faden Village, which is one I use a lot. Sharn Heights, let's check that. Nope, not that one. I know I made a map for Sharn as well. No, not that one. I'm just going through these. of nostalgia. I'm just pulling everything up now because I need to get myself some inspiration. So, Keeper Seal, don't need that. Farmhouse Brawl, don't need that. Alright, I think that's it for now. So some other maps I've made. So this right here was actually meant for the horror campaign. That didn't go. I can still use it though. So it's a nighttime map in the city. This is also for that same location. This was supposed to be like it was based off Bloodborne, basically. The main characters were supposed to be like hunters, and they were going after a bunch of Cthulhu-esque creatures. Here's another town map I made using the Roll20 engine. Yeah, basically once again, the players were just gonna go in and they were just gonna fight like whatever horrors I was gonna pull out here. But people just weren't interested in a horror-themed campaign, so I was a little sad on that. But I guess, for whatever reason, they'll be fine if I ask to run Curse of Strahd, which is horror-themed as well, so I really don't know what people want. This is a dungeon I was working on. This is like my original thought for the giant city, but it's super outdated. So the idea was, yeah, like the train they were gonna ride was gonna stop here, but yeah, it just completely, I don't like this anymore. There's supposed to be a puzzle that they solve before they head down. And this right here was the boss arena. I'm changing it. I mean, I guess I could still use this. And like, the idea is like the entire town, this entire area is like kind of destroyed in a way in flooding. I love having the idea that places are like crumbling apart. But it just, yeah. This was kind of half-assed, honestly. So, oh, here's a map I use frequently. This is just a little village. Very big battle map, actually. Almost had a TPK here, because lots of freaky stuff was happening. Ooh, I didn't realize how it was 40 by 40. Huh. I usually make my maps 24 by 24, but this one was 40 by 40 by the looks of it, or yeah, 40 by 40 or 39 by 39. I think it's 40 by 40. Huh. Alright. This is also another map I make use frequently. I use it for roleplay for the most part. This is just if they have a meeting with a noble or anyone. I called it LA office because this was based off of a Guild Wars campaign. So this was an office inside Lion's Arch. Let me see, let me archive this because I don't need it anymore. I don't need that. Let's see, what else can I pull up? Ugh. I think that might have been it, actually, that I'm able to really show at the moment. But anyways, yeah, so let's just go ahead and start building, I guess. So I'm thinking having the entrance to the dungeon at the very bottom and just building my way up. So the way I like to start is get the base set down, and right here you can see I have all these little tiles. These are all assets I've bought. I probably spent maybe close to $400 or so on Roll20 over several years. My favorite are the portal packs on Roll20. Because portal packs, I don't know, they're just really well made. Let's see if we can make. Yeah, so because it's supposed to be like a city inside a mountain. For one, yeah, we'll use these pieces. These are all city pieces. By power packs, building sigils too. Let's see what's in here. Okay, these are interior things. Could come up later. Building sigils 5 is outdoor stuff. I think this is the first one I purchased, and it was really good for it's a really good generic thing you can make for outdoor maps. Elven Forest I didn't use too often. I used it. I actually used it for a campaign that was a little bit based on Terraria. That didn't go too far, unfortunately, because I was completely burnt out of dungeon mastering around then. Okay, each little folder I'm opening up, it costs about $5, maybe up to $8. Mountains are outdoors. There's interior surplus. I mean, also, I've used the Lunar Temple before. Well, I used it for that horror campaign that never went through, so I could just bring it up also. It could be really easy to use as well. Because they come in dungeon templates, so maybe we'll start with that. Like, I just love these things. Like, especially like we have these little city blocks right here. Let me switch it to the map layer. So like, let's say we just have a quick battle in a city or something. What I could do is just put down something like cobblestones and scale this up, and then boom, we have like a somewhat complex city map going now. It's pretty awesome. Alright, yeah, so we got darkstone stuff here. Some lightstone. These are such cool looking pieces. Okay, but maybe not yet. Maybe I'll have it slowly start turning like corrupted as it gets to the center. Oh, I also have modern building stuff. These could actually come up as well. Because I want to kind of show that the giants were super advanced in the setting, because they had a civilization like thousands and thousands of years before the modern age. Pubs and taverns. Let's see. Map paths, buildings. And yeah, maybe this is a little too modern. But and I was running a modern day campaign through Roll20 as well. That's why I have these. Unfortunately, modern day campaign did not last too long either. Kind of sad actually. But it was really hard for me to figure out the setting. I think the problem was the setting, but also because I couldn't figure out a good plot. And that's setting based as well. It was basically Men in Black, but the main characters were like level 10, so all their spells and whatnot were super loud. So it's really hard for them to be concealing themselves to the public. So I ended up just so I think it just couldn't work out story-wise. All right, right here, this is called Grayscale's Dungeon Blanks. This is another good one I use. And these are templates. I think we'll get started with them, actually. Let's see. This is climate effects. I don't like this. I wish I could refund this one. Let's see. What's Academy maps? think this is just... Yeah, I think this is from my subscription. If I get super lazy, I could pull this out. Yeah, definitely something I could use if I'm feeling lazy. But no, we want... I want to make something that's epic for my party, especially since they're level... I think they're level 12 at the moment. What was I looking for? Alright. So, I would say, like, they were going in through a city entrance, so it does have to be something kind of grandiose. One thing we could do, and it's really useful when building maps in Roll20, is we can just grab a piece. Alright, this rain right here is gonna drive me crazy, actually, because it's in the way. But yeah, we can grab these pieces here. I'm gonna put it back. And I know exactly where this is from, actually. So I guess, you know, just kind of matching the style. We're gonna copy that, go all the way back to the bottom, paste it in, and now we have a... Yeah, so, and now I can have my party just kind of start here, and we're just gonna start branching out. What's gonna happen is it's gonna be like a donut type of city I want to design, and then the very center is gonna be a massive pillar. The idea that I have going is this giant city was dedicated to the magic in this mountain, and they were using like a natural storm in order to power it up. But as the giant civilization fell, it went into disuse until the last Great War, where the human nation of Sire decided to explore this area with House Canif, and they tried to reharness the storm as a weapon of mass destruction. It didn't go too well for them, and the island that they settled on kind of did not work out. Like, things just did not work out, and the military ended up having to abandon this island. And the island itself used to be, the Tempest Isles used to be known as Port Pleasure, and there's some more stuff to it. I'm still figuring out. There's gonna be a lot of loopholes and retcons for my campaign. Zoo Underground. I think I was just pulling out pieces from this set. Yeah, and I think these pieces work best for like a dwarven city, actually. But because I have like this is actually this giant city. It's I'm using them basically similar to like ancient dwarves at the moment. But they are basically going to be storm giants, hence why they were trying to control storm. Let's try to scale them up. And some of the pieces are not going to match properly, but that's fine, because your players are going to, like, they're just going to enjoy the spectacles, like a really cool looking map at the very least. And let me change this background to pure black. And then I'm going to change the grid itself to black as well. So things just kind of match in better. I'm not sure where the center of the map is. And this map is also possibly going to use dynamic lighting. Those of you who do not know what Roll20 is, it's basically like the torches characters hold and everything are actually animated on this web program. So as they're traveling, they'll have like they can't see the entire map. Essentially, they only see what their torch and other players' torches can light up. thinking how... Okay, so we got these stair pieces here, which I have used. I just forgot about them. Stretch it like this, maybe. Pull that in. Yeah, not sure how to make this look the way I want it to. Yeah, a good chunk of it is just, you know, playing around with it until you get something that looks neat. There's another map I do want to show of like how crazy I get with creating dungeons. Let me see if I can just pull it up real quick. Use it for some inspiration as well. Yeah, I've been in a lot of games. Yeah, let me pull this up. Here we go, this is a dungeon I made. Kinda big. It's gonna take a while to load. So, yeah, this right here is a dungeon I set my players in. This is a level 1 dungeon actually, or level 2 actually. Maybe 3, I don't remember. But it's a low level dungeon I made, and they basically, there's multiple paths they could have taken, depending on how well they did. They took the main path, essentially. I think everything is, I think everything might already be mapped out, but by the players. Let me see if I can. I'm just checking the dynamic line. I also, oh yeah, let me turn this on. Daylight mode, no. Okay, so just to get an idea of what the dynamic lighting kind of looks like, let me pull out, there's just a bandit unit right here. I put them on the map layer. Alright, and so in the player perspective, if they are doing this dungeon, what dynamic lighting does is the player can only see what their character sees. So you zoom all the way out, everything else is blacked out for the map, and anything I set up as like a thing that blocks light will basically block the perspective of that character. And I think it makes it a really cool way to like explore. Like, you know, look at those stalactites I set up there. The downside is that people with slow computers or internet kind of are not able to deal with it that well. So yeah, I absolutely love the dynamic lighting in this. Oh yeah, and I have little markers that say that have little signs that say where they're headed to. So just head into mine shaft number 3. And if you look at some of my maps, there's a lot of stuff that's happening outside of the what you call it, like out of the boundaries. And as a dungeon master, you're able to cut that off, and with the dynamic lighting, or like if you use a paint tool in Roll20 to hide stuff you don't want people to see. Oh, I think they actually avoided going here. They avoided going to here. But this was for a different D&D group. I think I might use this as a... Oh yeah, this was just a trap room. Yeah, I made this place as a tutorial done, as like an introduction adventure to D&D. Right over here was actually a secret passage, I think. Can't move it right now though. And then right here they had a massive fight against several zombies and some warlocks. Unfortunately, you don't get to see how epic I made this due to dynamic lighting. And I guess that's one of the downsides. So, like, there's just some parts in which I should turn off. But I just want to put a lot of lighting here. But if I turn this off, you can see it's actually a really busy looking arena. And some of the areas were just completely cut off. So, like, let's see, like, right here, that looks kind of strange. So let me just put my the character right there, turn the dynamic light back on. And basically, whoops. I guess because I'm a dungeon master, I see it a little bit more. Let me... No, don't make new map. Oh my goodness. That's one thing that annoys me. So yeah, like basically, you can set it up so they can't see outside boundaries that you set. But yeah, anyways. I should stop procrastinating and actually get to map making. But I just got a lot of memories just looking at these old maps. I think that map was made like 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Anyways, this is called the Tempest Central Chamber. Just back all the way up. There we go. That was a good 30 minutes, right? Alright, so right now I'm just trying to figure out what I can use to make like little corridors. I think I just have to settle with the same blocks over and over. So I put that on the wrong layer again. And also, yeah, we have to figure out how to balance our combat as well. Crap. You know, figure out what kind of combat encounters you're going to have in here. As well as, you know, other things. Alright, this is a really short corridor. So this place is meant to be traversed by giants, so everything's gonna be kind of huge. So let's just pull up a giant for reference. Ah, perfect. Oh wow. Okay, they kind of big. They kind of big. Let's move to the GM layer. Yeah, so 3x3 is how big they usually are. So while this is like really massive for normal, like for regular people, this corridor I'm making is like this little hallway right here. So let me just grab a normal NPC real quick so I don't accidentally make it so it spoils the site for players. So good old Mr. Bandit right here. And I think there's dynamic lighting here, so let me turn that off real quick. There you go. So yeah, like from the perspective of like one of these little guys, this place is huge. But on the perspective of the giant, you know, kinda, this is just a room. So as I said, I need to build this place to be humongous. Actually, one way I can do that, you can do that really easily on Roll20, is what I do, is you go all the way down to cell lift, you change it from one cell lift value of 1 to 0.5, and now everything is kind of twice as big. So let's go ahead and grab Mr. Cloud Giant here and Mr. Bandit here. We'll pull it in, and there we go. Now it's considered. Now this area is considered twice as big, essentially. So let's pull out the Bandit again. Yeah, and then 30 feet this way is how far a regular player can move. I'm going to change my dice color to red so it's easier to perceive, or my personal color, so that's 30 feet. And can I, like another 30 feet, so for them to go from here all the way across, it is a trek. This is a massive trek. And you can also do something like this to check how far it is. And yeah, this is like, it will take about 4 turns in combat if they want to, like, you know, go all the way from the bottom all the way up here. So this place is meant to be ginormous, which is excellent. I'm going to pull this in right there because I want this to kind of be perceived as an area players can enter. And we're just basically just going to mirror everything around, and I realize that we might not even have, we might not have enough space to do what I want to do, but I think that's fine. Maybe I should think smaller. So let's just focus on trying to get the layout, and then we'll decorate it. And I don't think my players will be able to explore this entire area, so they have like 3 combat encounters, and then they get here, essentially. And then this right here is also going to have a couple of combat encounters. Now, it's not meant to be a combat-only campaign. There's lots of roleplay involved. But it's a massive party. I think there's 7 players, all high level. So it's gonna take a while for combat turns to go through. Alright, yeah, I don't know how to really make this read properly. back, maybe? No, not quite. The easiest way though is if you set it up so maybe let's try it like this. That I know I did this earlier. No, we'll figure. Ah, you know what? I got a different idea. Okay. Let's delete that. Delete that. We'll keep one of these. Let's get this piece. It doesn't have any corners tied to it. There we go. And now we can get another piece. Alright, let's do this. We can do something like this. This will make it really quick to like get a layout going. So essentially, yeah, you have this massive AF corridor that people will have to travel down, and there's not gonna be full combat and whatnot, and we can montage it as well. The main thing is they're going to be going, this is like, you know, them traveling inside this massive mountain city. And I just want to establish that scale. In here's, in the very center, I want there to be like just a massive eldritch machine. I'm just trying to figure out how to depict said, like, eldritch machine. Now, I do have, other things. So we have these modern building stuff. Yeah, you just gotta use a lot of imagination. Pull something like this, maybe. I mean, another way I could have done this, I could have just hand-drawn it. But I decided to dedicate myself to doing this. And also, instead of doing this, you could play something called Theater of the Mind, which you describe stuff and let people come to their own conclusions of how they imagine it, which could be very vast. And Theater of the Mind's really good if you're really good at describing stuff. And I could have sworn there's something called City Architect or something. Portal packs, city something. I was just on it, guys. Dang it. Let me just check towns. Maybe it's this one. Oh yeah, it was this one. Okay, so we're gonna get this piece right here, which they just call it a cathedral piece. And essentially I'm gonna like kinda use this as something the players will see and be like, oh, what the heck is that? And it's like, oh yeah, that's a giant like machine with runic writings all over it. You just gotta go for some liberties. Like, I don't even know what the heck I'm looking at right now. And like, some stuff back there you can hide. see if we can get something that could work as like a wall, because I like trying to do almost three-dimensional viewings. If I get like a flat piece, which I might be able to find in here on this thing. Let's go see architect pack. Yeah, let's try this one. Might be a little too bright. You can change the color. You can change the dyes on it though. So if I put that to the back, no, that doesn't work the way I want it to. All right, that's fine. So I guess maybe we'll just stick to a top-down perspective. I think this right here could look like a pretty mighty castle or something. But as I said, I'm trying to just make this look like a stone machine in a way. And as I said, I don't know how to depict it. Here, maybe if we get some crystals. So with Roll20, you can look up stuff that might be posted on Google that would be usable for D&D mapping. One thing I like is using giant ass crystals, because why not? They look pretty. Or we could have something like that. And actually, here, let's do this. So just kind of put these maybe right here. And let me see if I can get a lightning bolt. There we go. And once again, just gotta use some imagination with this. So this thing right here is just a structure that's like hovering in the very center of the mountain and whatnot, and it's just generating electricity or something. This is still the very beginnings of making this map. We can do all sorts of crazy stuff. I also had like some animated like hologram stuff because I ran that modern day campaign. So let's see if we can pull that in. Just start going crazy. So yeah, that should kind of, hopefully it makes it look like, there's lightning coming out of it. At the very least, when the players do see it, they're like, hey, Kyo, what the hell am I looking at? And I'm like, so what you see is a giant, complicated, mechanization of structures with lightning coming out of these massive crystals that tower over you. The structure itself, as you look over, the balcony, is close to 150, 200 feet away. In the black void, you see the remains of an ancient city. And, just kind of go from there like that. The city itself seems to be built around this massive machine, and the machine itself goes straight into the peak of the mountain. Your character, being a member of House Lyrander, recognizes the design reminiscent of the Storm Spires you remember back at home. Your characters come to the conclusion that possibly the Storm Spires made by House Lyrander were inspired by these giant machinery. Something like that. The imagination is a really powerful tool. I wonder if we can do something like this. So these are little modern building pieces. Let me try and get the right size. That doesn't look right. It's like, yeah, it's a different art style, so it's hard to match it. And then, like, you know, just referring back to our other, the entrance to this city, you know, we can have little structures that look like ooh, actually, since I'm here, let's move the rain out of the way. Grab this piece, move the rain back. We also have these little statues we can grab. You know, just trying to keep the style kind of consistent is what I'm trying to do. And because we see it's flooded right here, maybe that's something. Yeah, because it's flooded with this consistent storm, maybe at the very bottom, we're just gonna have that flooded town like continue. So I can use this piece and just use it to kind of just build this wall around. And I could describe it as almost like a window that the players can look through. Here we go. We're changing the shape of what we're given, just by adding stuff on top of it. I think this is actually in the City Architect pack I'm currently looking at. If not, it should be the one under it. Yeah, let's go for the one under it. Yeah, fortification, that's what it's called. So if we can get a corner piece. There we go. Alright, let's try and match it. Sometimes these things are going to fight you. So right now I'm just trying to match it with the grid we have set up, but I don't think the art was actually designed to match properly. That's annoying. Yeah, the art doesn't match. Damn. All right. We'll make it easier. Just have like these little squares. Boom. Just like that. Boom. Done. Not because this is slowly actually starting to look a little bit closer to like a city or something. Alright, let's get rid of that part. And we'll use this. Yeah, basically, and one thing you kind of do is you just kind of control what is going to be in the front and what's going to be in the back layer, and that makes creating maps a lot easier. Like once you figure out, you know, you can put stuff down in different orders, and you just need to know how to manipulate the layer. It's a little off-center though, unfortunately. Yeah, crap. It's hard to tell, honestly, but I don't think my players would mind. I know mentally I'm gonna go crazy, but I think if I move everything like right here, one block to the right, like that, does that look better? I think so. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Yeah, I wanted the map to be super round, but I'm playing on a grid. It's a grid, so not really making circles on the grid. Not really the easiest thing to do. It's easier just you know, make things squared. Don't be afraid to go a little bit off of the map as well. These players aren't going to see it. Might as well. So essentially, yeah, what we could do is just have all this go down like that. And I think these walls also kind of make it feel a little bit more open. And let's pull out our giant friend again. So if a giant is going to be about this tall, yeah, this is like a comfortable distance for a giant. So we can actually plan out like possible structures or things that would look like structures. So for example, let's find a building. Like let's use this church piece right here. Gonna turn it around. And I put it in the back. And that's not actually an area players would go to, but I could have it there just as a backdrop to show like the scale of things that are going on. So let's climb up a bit. So like they don't actually have to go into like, you know, the buildings and whatnot. They could just be mostly focused on the streets, but I wanted to show my players, hey, you guys are actually in a giant AF city. So let me see if we can find some waterfalls. Because we you know, the sky's the limit. Just think of like some really cool looking stuff. The fact it's a giant city, I do want to make sure, you know, it feels when I put buildings down. Yeah, it's a little bit harder. Actually, I could put this right here, and then just block off certain sides. But now that I think about it, I don't think... I know some of my players did do a giant campaign. It was a pre-made. But I don't think they actually have like giant cities or anything mapped out. I mean, they have like strongholds and whatnot. But it's like, oh, there's just a small camp with like 20, maybe 20 giants at most on it. Copy here. Pull that to the back. Right here, this is just clutter I'm adding. Downside is if you're trying to grab something from the back, you grab everything in front of it first. Ah, dang it. Alright, let's Control Z, everything back. Maybe... So yeah, you have to have that balance of like, alright, what's gonna be in the front, what's gonna be in the back, and you gotta kind of plan out things that way. As you can see, I'm having some trouble right here. Sometimes it might be better just to delete some things and then put them back down. And I'm not even sure I like that. Let's use this. We'll have it flanked. So we need some flags. If I get some flags, that'd be really cool. I think. Yeah. Let's grab these. And the point, the idea I have is this is once again this is a giant city that's been long abandoned, but it was reclaimed several years ago by a military power, but they also abandoned it. So I just want to have it look like this place was trying to be resettled by them to an extent. So we're gonna have a little bit of a contrast. And let me see if I can find some tents. If I get some tents, that'd be great. So try the mountains. Maybe the mountains have some tents for me. Oh, we have carts, so yeah, I can pull in a cart. Yeah, let's pull in that broken cart right there. Ah, that's like the perfect size. Some mountain village stuff. We can use that for architecture things. Some trees, don't really need those because I guess some greenery would help. marshes, no. Actually, the marshes and swamps thing, this pack has structures that are covered in moss. I could actually, yeah, I could use these to kind of demonstrate how old some of these structures are. So maybe let's give that a shot. Ooh-hoo-hoo. So let's have that, copy it, paste it here, and then advanced, flip it horizontally to flank it, so they kind of mirror. That looks nice. Copy it here. I think that's fine. Yeah, it gets the idea across. Yeah, I think, and yeah, these definitely look more ancient. Says this in water, though. I don't want them in water, I want them on land. Okay, this is gonna look a little awkward. Alright, I can do this to flank. I think this black void area will just remain as a black void. Okay. And now it's starting to look, you know, it's a lot of open space. It wasn't what we're dealing with giants. And yeah, so how about this? This mountain is channeling a lot of storm energy, so it's flooding. So let's go ahead and just start putting in stuff that will make it like start feeling like it's just collapsing very slowly. Like this is not actually a place people want to settle in. Like players were like, oh, this is a really cool city. No, it's gonna collapse at some point, y'all. Just put a little tree right here. You know, just start making things look like nature's taking over. I love that aesthetic. Nature taking over like an old temple. These right here, these seem like very temporary structures. So how about I put some like right here, and they're kind of rotting away. And when the players are like, what the heck are those things? And I'm like, well, you see, they seem to be really temporary structures left by the Sire military during the last Great War. Actually, no, I want tents. I want tents. Seems to have been abandoned. fact, during my modern day campaign, it took place in a coastal city that was ravaged by a like category 5 hurricane, and one of the battle mats was actually inside a shopping mall that was completely flooded. I don't know what's mean floods. Yeah, like right here, we just have something like that. Put to the back end. Yeah, it kind of looks like you're staying above the city. Yeah, I'm still exploring ideas. I think this is probably the main map we're gonna be working on tonight. Let's see if we can find some more like dirt and like other grimy stuff. Oh, there's a hole right there. Nah, that's not what I need. Building sigils outdoors. Maybe it's will have what I need. If not, actually, maybe the elf thing would have some tints I could use. Here we go. Here's some tints. We'll just use the normal ones. Oh, so we can get a lot of branches here. So I can, just make it so that nature's creeping up. No, that doesn't quite work. Here's just some grass. Alright, let's continue on this side. There, I think there's a pretty nifty looking area to walk in. You see all this nature, and then once they get to the very end there, they're like, oh, what the fuck is that thing? back. Actually, this to the back, and then this goes to the back. There you go. Trying to make things a little even. There you go. Let's see, maybe turn this around like this. So I'm adding these little cliff pieces to just kind of emphasize like how high or like how massive these structures are. So it's a little bit of a perspective, and once again, gotta use your imagination. Let's pull this one out. We'll do it to this side. Put that to the back. See if we can find those waterfalls. I don't remember. Were they underground? Maybe. There's rocks in the water, not what I want. Some little lake pieces there. There we go, some waterfalls. Now that goes into the back. We're just gonna have some water flowing through here. And I think I might make this part like a little bit of a hazard for the players to try across. Trying to stretch this out. Issues when you work with things that are like this big, they kind of become annoying to interact around it. Yeah, oh crap, this is just way too big now. There we go. And what we can have at the bottom, in a way, you know, just slowly building the right side, and we're gonna kind of make the left side copy it to an extent as well. So let's look, where's the city builder? I might not use dynamic line for this one because this is too much to light up. The town, let's try this. Water here. Actually, ooh, I know what I'm supposed to use. Okay. Oh no, here we go. Here's some water. We'll use this. I'm not sure. It might be a little bit too much. Yeah, I think that's too much. I don't want it to be like that much water. I don't know. Maybe it'll just be better if it goes into a black void and just let the players use their imagination. Crap, I just missed this part up a bit. Oh, maybe something like that. There we go. Let's see if we can get some collapse. Let's roll all the way back up. Might be here. So let's try this as like something near the bottom. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Just kind of curious. Nah, alright. This is gonna be a black void. Leaves a lot more for the imagination. Right, so this side, I'm just gonna have like a massive collapse. We're gonna go ahead and start pulling in more nature stuff, because I haven't done too much nature stuff recently. Ooh, columns. Actually, no, we have these we have these acting as support columns. Don't need them. Nature stuff. Let's look for the swamp thingy. We haven't looked at Old West thing yet. Pull that up. Yeah, this is where I got my train parts. Honestly, this right here, this alone acts as a decent valve map. Oh, these tints could help. Let's put that tint like right here. There you go. The color's kind of off. Maybe use this one. Yeah, that's better. Marshes, and there we go. Just have some trees coming in. Doesn't look quite right, unfortunately. These structures are actually kind of small for giants now that I'm looking at it, but it gets the idea across, I guess. So what I'm gonna do on this area is I kind of just want to just go back to our map, emphasize, you know, that there's some structures going downward. So let's see if I can get this working the way I want it to. So put that to the back. I should have done noir last. Okay, and this, now we set that to the back. And now we have to reshuffle everything. that still works actually. Yeah, this issue with my maps. I like building such large and epic things. It's just so hard keeping track of where what things go where. Let's see, any other. Let's shove one of those down there. Let's make it kind of. There you go. And players are like, the hell is that? Whatever, it's destroyed now. Could be like an early airship. Scroll all the way up. Have like little buildings right there. But some of my players are gonna be like, "Oh, so this is just an Orlando, basically," and I'm like, gonna be like, "Yeah, possibly." Or not an Orlando, New Londo. I kind of want to play Dark Souls 1 again. Let's spread these out. Try to get like some more rocks here and there. Anything that just makes it look like, oh, this place got like it's just destroyed. Yeah, do you guys kind of see that perspective, maybe? The perspective I'm going for here. And, you know, this is a little backdrop area. So if players are fighting anything, they can look overhead and they'll just like, oh, what the hell's going on here? And hopefully that's kind of gives them the scale of, like, you know, the place they're in. Wait, I'm on the right layer. Okay. I hate when I put something on the token layer by accident. Just gonna do this. a little bit off center, I think, but eh. More lightning. We're gonna change the soundtrack. I'm not sure how long this soundtrack's been looping for. So let me change it to my old one. Stream beats white lo-fi. Let's actually try and finish the whole design here. I may do, you know, yeah. Just cut this part off. Because I think what I'll do is I'll have like maybe one combat encounter on this map, and the whole emphasis is just like holy crap, where are we? Let me do that. Let's see, do I have the stone stairs somewhere? I can pull it from the center, maybe. That's not. Let me grab it. I do have several hours to work on this, though. But I also need to balance combat encounters. I'm pouring myself an energy drink right now. I actually had a glass of ice next to me, and I haven't, because I only had warm energy drinks. So I'm pouring that right now. Oh crap, it's overflowing. Ah! Alright. Let's close that. Here, the mountain parts has some ice cliffs, or mountain cliffs I want to try. There we go. me just pull these to the side real quick. Just so I can like get these cliff parts working. Alright, now to remember where each thing went. I think this one was here, maybe? No. Crap. Yeah, maybe like that. Doesn't matter, honestly. This one we'll put to the front. Maybe something like that. Trying to... won't let me move that any further, that's fine. Try and get like the ruined structures just kind of round. Oh, I was looking for these waterfalls actually. Stop highlighting that, please. Thank you. Let's try to find the other waterfall I was using. Wuhan. Can you use this? Sunken temple on water. There you go. Let's make this thing bigger. Alright, let's look for another piece of water. And I'm basically using like these waterfall pieces as rivers, essentially. It basically just makes me want to play Ark. I need to finish the buildings on Kason servers. That's fine. Let's find some trees or something. Actually, yeah, let's use this. Nah, that looks weird. Trees right here. Alright, this side is looking pretty cool. At least I think it is. Yeah, I don't think I can use dynamic line on this map. It will kill everyone's computers. Like, this map is gonna take ages to load as is. Alright, I think how I can end this without in this part. While I'm applying some stuff. Where's the cave entrance? It's gonna be on a mountain part. So I can just have this. Once again, act as like something players can go through. For the mountain rock parts or cliffs. So I'm gonna move this right here so I can focus on building like the borders. There's my mountain rocks. I can do that. Where art thou? Other thingies. There you go. These are little patches of grass. So just touch grass on the stone here. Like just litter it all over. I'm just gonna have like some of these tents like scattered about as well. And once again, the emphasis is that people were here, like exploring it. God, the freaking waterfalls always. Alright, here I'll just grab. Hold on. Just grab that real quick. Pull that to the front. There we go. Now just add some trees and other foliage to complete the. This place is like nature's reclaiming it. Let's find the swamp thing again, because that I'd like the. Or you know, we haven't used outdoor stuff thingy. So let me find it. Building essentials outdoors. I used to use this almost exclusively. right here, once again, just kind of establishing that, like, this is a layered city that's just built around the cliff sides. Let's see if I can build a little bit of a wall on that part as well. I think it was town. There we go, towns. So you do something like this. And then players are like, oh wow, look. So that's to the front. Oops. Alright, there we go. Quite something, isn't it? Now to do the left side. I'll do have something like this. Alright, let's see if we can get some vines. may do is make this like a collapse area. So like this area on the right side is more flooded. This left area is just more like everything just collapsed. And like maybe plants, or you know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay. Let's put some cliffs down, and we'll also have like the little town stuff going down it to once again and just emphasize like they're in a massive, massive city. So first of all, I'm trying to find the cliffs. Which are right here. Got one of these. So right there, maybe a little bigger. Yeah, I think that's more giant sized. For a map that might only be used for one session, we spent what 2 hours making it? Yeah, about 1.5 hours making it so far. You know, up to you if you want to spend that long making a map. But I think the awe factor that I hope to get out of my players is gonna be well worth it. Crap. I want to delete that. Let's delete that. And crap. Alright. Alright, let's try and get all the clips back. Okay, no, okay, that's easy. Alright, never mind. No need to panic. No need to panic. I think it's something that's more straight looking. Or just more destroyed. So yeah, something more like this, I guess. So move that to the back. Then I'll move that to the back. I moved the wrong thing to the back. There you go. That's too big. Okay. Okay, anything in here I could use real quick, I wonder. Ooh, I got floating little island stuff. So I could use that in order to emphasize like how magical this area is. I had it on my original map too. Maybe not these pieces, don't need them at the moment, but I got a really neat idea with them. We can just use the cliff sides to keep the same art style going. Let's go ahead and grab this mountain rock though. We're gonna copy it over here, turn it around so people don't suspect a thing. Doesn't quite look the way I want it to look. I want it to look like it's like collapsing. Like a massive rock slide kind of destroyed that area. Maybe do, yeah, something like that. Maybe it'll help. At the moment, it's kind of like a river, or not river, the mountains just kind of grew into it. Really hard to describe, I guess. I've seen a piece that, you know, actually, the way you do this, nope. Kind of go like this, I think. Move that to the back. So kind of like that. And then we'll have another set like flanking it like this. There we go. That could work. So then you just have it like going into that void. We can also have a waterfall down there just for more aesthetic. Yeah, just like that. There we go. And ooh, what we could do to emphasize, hey, like some other NPCs have been here before. So maybe just that. Maybe right there. I know I have wooden bridge, so let's build a wooden bridge through there. If I can find it. Might be under this one, towns? So let me just pull this out. Match the size. Really just check, make sure I got the right size on it. Yeah, I think it looks similar enough, honestly. Ah, no. To be safe, let's try grab one of these. Ah, man, I can't grab any of them, can I? Alright, no. Copy that. Copy that. Control Z. There we go. Control V. There we go. Hope I didn't accidentally ruin anything. No, I think I'm fine. Because I hit Control Z a few times. Let's go to the front. And this goes back to the front as well. Alright. A little house right there. Kind of scaling down the cliff. So I've done that bridge I was looking for though. Alright, next. Do this. And we'll have some giant ass rocks in the back. Sure, we can use this. Do something like that, and then we'll pull the tree to the front right here. There we go. Look at that. The same exact rock I just pulled out. Alright, we could add just a few more things on this left side, and this left side of the map will basically be done. And then we have to figure out how to balance combat. first, find some water, like right here. Nice. Nah, that's not as aesthetically pleasing as I'd hope. Alright, we need to get the lakes from underwater or underground pack. And we still haven't got that wooden bridge yet either, have we? Okay, here we go. Right. Grab this. Put that to the back. I could add little town stuff there. Oh, that's not right looking. I forgot to crop that part. Alright, let's look for rock collapses again. Ugh. Ugh. It's midnight. Boom, right here. Alright. It's quite a map, isn't it? Let's get zooming into like the player perspective. You know. Crap. Wrong layer. This is kind of like what players see. I just need to figure out like what combat encounters to draw in here. I'm thinking mostly elementals and constructs. because this area is mostly abandoned. But, bridge. Where's my bridge? Ugh. A stone bridge? But I need wooden bridge. This area needs more foliage too. Yeah, we can use this. This is called the run dock. Dang it, the ends here. Damn, I'm thinking about one of my old bases in Ark now. I had a wooden bridge across like a chasm. That's kind of like this. Kind of miss that base. Alright, we'll just do this. I think 2 pieces are fine, so we'll stretch it like that. And need some way to say it's kind of like... Alright, yeah, let's add that. And this is going to be described as a rope bridge that was added by the humans. Alright, there we go. Here's the entrance to the dungeon. So they will complete the puzzle to get into the mountain. They'll go inside the mountain and see whatever the heck's happening here, and then they'll realize, oh wow, look at all that city. Wait, we are inside a massive city that's just been abandoned and destroyed. And then I'll just have to make sure combat goes long enough to stall until they get, and then when they get here, I'm just gonna end the session. Well, I guess I could skip all the combat, honestly, but no, they have plenty of combat encounters we need, and that's what we need to figure out now. So this is Central Chamber. I need to make the final boss arena after that, maybe one more exploration area. But right here, I was not planning on having any combat encounters, but I think they were expecting something. So, alright, let me see what level my players are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I thought I had 7 players, not 6. Alright, this is Vesha de Lorander. They're level 12. Alright, so for this portion, oh, hold on. My Oliver. Apparently, Oliver has some free copies of games, and he's asking me if I want any. They're not games I want to play, though. Alright, so... it's a level 12 party. Let me tab out. Unfortunately, you're not going to see this part, because I'm accessing some stuff on D&D Beyond. On tools, I'm going to try and figure out the balance to make these encounters. Number of players, 7. Hold on, how many players do I have again? Dude, it's been so long since I ran this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 players. Ooh, that's why my combat encounter was not balanced last time. They only have 6 players. Okay. Unless I accidentally delete someone. Hold on. That's that player, that's that. No, I'm good. I think I'm good. Okay. Let's rebalance this. Oh, they're gonna be level 13 during this portion, actually. Because they were supposed to level up. Yeah, that would definitely help stall as well. Alright, this portion, I want mostly constructs or elementals to be like the villains here. So here, I could just have a stone golem or two, like defending. Actually, how much are shield sentinels? Those are CR7. Alright, maybe stone golem. Hound horrors are also a favorite of mine. Alright, I'm just checking what stone golems do. So they can make creatures slow down. If I send 2 of them, it's going to be an easy encounter. They have +10 to hit, and they do 2 attacks. Alright, right here, yeah, that's it. I'll put in 2 stone golems as... Oops. Let me close this out. Why do I have Clip Studio opened up? I don't need that open right now. So, stone golem X2 will be here. It's just gonna be a really easy encounter for them. There you go. Like, it's just, it's a defense system that's going to screw up, like, normal players or, like, any, like, regular adventurers. But my party is, once again, they're really high leveled, so they can just nuke these, essentially. And it'll show that the people who ran this workshop are not really just trying to be pushovers. Over here, I also want like a big construct fight because something blocked this tunnel off. And these are all creatures left by House Caniff. Excuse me. What's a retriever? There's something called Steel Predator. Alright, a retriever is a potent spire-like construct conceived and built by Drow for one original purpose: to prowl the abyss and capture demons for the Drow to enslave and use in their rituals. Automatons were so effective and so fearsome they now perform different missions. Not exactly what I'm looking for. They can plane shift, huh? Cast web. They have multiple attacks, interesting. Steel Predators. A merciless machine with one purpose: locate and kill its target regardless of distance and obstacles. Made by Muldrons. They're assassins on demand. Okay, not exactly what I'm looking for either. The Hellfire engine. It's a crystal golem. I could also make something, but that'll take a lot of time. There's some other things I really need, but I don't want to use them too early. Lightning Golem. That's interesting. Alright, I'm thinking Helmed Horrors. Or maybe 4 Helmed Horrors with something else. See any elementals are laying around I could use. Or I could also use a monstrosity. I was looking for oozes, but I didn't find anything that's too wonderful at this level to use. That's my biggest issue, is like there's not enough monsters for me to use around this level. Let's see, purple worm. Actually, that'd be something. Like, so, ooh, that'd be really interesting for the train encounter. The train stops because there's something massive in the way. There's 2 helmed horrors that just come to inspect the train that the party is riding on, and then it turns out the thing that stopped them is a massive worm, and it suddenly becomes a 3-way fight. let's see. Its abilities are it has 2 attacks, one with its bite, one with its stinger. It has a stinger. Bite has plus 14 to hit for 22 average damage. If it's a larger or smaller creature, DC 19 dex save or you're swallowed. Ooh. Has a total cover against attacks. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Or... Alright, we'll have 1 purple worm and something else that's around CR4 to help it. Alright, let's turn... let me see if I maybe just show this, I guess. I don't want to show it in case I accidentally click something on accident. So maybe it'll be better if I... Okay, hold on. I'm just going to turn off the screen for a second. Let me find it. Let me turn that off. Alright, just give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let me turn this back on. So there you go. You guys can see that. So what I'm doing is gonna use a purple worm. Oh, they have purple wormlings. That's perfect. Yeah, I can have 5 of them with 1 purple worm. I don't think I have the stat block for this thingy, though. So I'll have to make it. But, alright, right here. Just make sure it transitions everything properly. Yeah, hold on. There we go. I forgot to click the button. I'm sorry. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at. Right here. So just trying to drop there we go. Drop this thing here. Right. I'm gonna have it like here. So it's gonna, when it pops up, the party's gonna be like, oh my freaking goodness, why? If like anyone's hiding inside this train, it's gonna go for the train. I'm on a jam layer. Yep, okay. And I'm gonna have little wormlings as well. Let's see. I'm just gonna call it the purple wormling right here. I wonder if I can copy and paste the stats. I highly doubt it, honestly. That was worth a shot. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Okay. I think I'll just do this on my own time. Like, can do, I have some of these things saved. Scroll all the way up. My library. Let me find it. And then, there we go, just put that there. Ooh, actually, what's a bullet? There's this creature called a bullet, which I just remembered. And it's that icon right there. Oh, it's called a land shark. Huh, I didn't realize this was actually the land shark. It's CR5. Oh, I didn't realize they were CR5. Hmm. Let me see how if I can balance it like this, so you don't have to make new character sheets. Okay, I have 3 of them. Or I can have 4 of them, and it's considered not being a jerk yet. Yeah, I could just call these like adolescent worms or something. Let me see. The purple worm, its abilities are it bites and it has a stinger. The bullet, its special ability is the deadly leap. Oh crap, you're not seeing what I'm looking at right now. It has a bite. It has a really strong bite attack, and then it has a jump. Also, yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that then. Alright. There we go. Alice and purple worm. Character sheet, and I just need to drag this onto it, essentially. Let's just check all these stats, and I'm gonna try to, kind of balance it. I think the bite, the adolescent bite's actually stronger. Let me just double check this. If it's a smaller creature, oh, it swallows. Okay. And it has a weak stinger. I could just, I could just say, oh, you're finding bullets. Int. They have no int, so they wouldn't really team up together. I'm thinking. But dude, that's a really strong bite. Alright, nah, screw it. We'll go with the purple wormling. 42 HP. Alright, on. AC is 12. Large monstrosity, 42 HP. Formula is 5d10 plus 15. Movement speed's only 20 feet. Strength at 16. 7 dex. 16 con. I gotta use those bullets though. 11 int or 1 int. 6 wisdom, 2 charisma. Has blind sight. Ooh, it has blind sight. That's spooky. Alright, what's it saves? No special saves. It has blind sight. Tremor sense and passive perception 8. Delete that. Doesn't have any bonuses there. Oh, hold on. I typed that in the wrong spot. There we go. That's correct now. Okay. Grab this. Put this in the byte description. Its attack power is 1d8 plus 3. To hits 5. Reaches 5 feet. Piercing. If the target is smaller or smaller, must succeed on DC 13 dex save or be swallowed. And then they start taking acid damage. Then also has a stinger. And it also has multi-attack. Multi-attack. Normally makes 2 attacks, one with its stinger, one with its bite, and then one with its stinger. So stinger. Stinger has 5 to hit, 5-foot reach. One creature, and hit does only 1d4, 1d4, piercing. D4 plus 3, and then it does 3d6 poison. There we go. And so we have one purple worm. I'll just call them the adolescent purple worms. Yeah, was it 5 of them or 6 of them? It's 5 of them. And HP is 42 again. 42 by 42. See if I can find actual formula for it. If not, that's fine. No, I don't see it. NPC HP, don't see it. But this right here, we can do NPC AC, I believe. There we go. Is it actually 12? Yeah, it's 12. Okay, because I've had issues with that in the past. Now we set this as actual token. There you go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, oh, you know what? So, yeah, you're going to see a massive blockade up ahead. And the lightning rail is going to run over one of the wormlings. And they're just going to hear the screeching of all the other wormlings around as they try to figure out what the heck what happened. And as they get attacked by everything, and they kill one of the wormlings, then Big Daddy shows up. Or Mama. Alright, so that's that combat encounter. In case they go into the jungle, we can use plants as enemies here. So, filter it by monster type. Let's have plant as an enemy. Not size. The challenge rating. Really, the strongest plant is only CR9. Could do a corpse flower. When first encountered, a corpse flower contains corpses of 1d6 plus 3 humanoids. A corpse flower can hold up to 9 dead humanoids. The remains have total cover against attacks and are effects outside of the corpse flower. If the corpse flower dies, the corpse within it can be pulled free. While it has at least one humanoid corpse in its body, the corpse flower can use a bonus action to do one of the following. It can digest one of the humanoid corpses and instantly gain HP. Okay, that's a bonus action. Everything's devoured. Any equipment is expelled. The corpse flower animates one dead human in his body as a bonus action, turning into a zombie. Zombie appears in an unoccupied space and immediately acts immediately after an initiative order. It acts as an ally, but it's not under its direct control. The flower's stench clings to it. It has Spire Climb. Okay. Stench of Death. Each creature that starts within 10 feet or one of its zombies must make a DC 14 con save unless the creature's a construct or undead. So my Warforged character, I think, can ignore that. On a failed save, the creature is incapacitated. I think, okay, you don't get to make actions or reactions until the end of that turn. Creature is immune to poison damage or condition automatically succeed. On successful save, you ignore for 24 hours. Makes 3 tentacle attacks, which do 9. Okay, so it does about 60 damage a turn. Grabs one unsecured dead and stuffs it in the... Okay. The remains can be used with the corpse's trait. Corpse flower can sprout atop a grave of evil necromancer or remains of powerful undead unless it's uprooted, so on and so forth. Using its tentacles, it will stuff its remains in the body and feed carry on to repair itself. The plant has a malevolent has a malevolent bent and despises the living, and it just smells awful. Okay. Yeah, we can try using that. In case they go that route. Oh, I can have 4 of them. I can have 4 of them. But I still want a good story reason for that thing, so let's look at another option. Monstrosities seem to be on the rise at the moment. Not a giant. Elementals also, once again, that'll come later. It's really hard to figure out, in quotation marks, random encounters. It'd be much better if I could just homebrew some stuff right now, but I don't have the time for it. Nah, I want to use an unspeakable horror, but them encountering this in the jungle won't make sense. Not a Hydra. I use Hydras all the time. A Gloomstalker. It's a type of wyvern with glowing eyes and dagger-like teeth. It's from Shadowfell. Nah, I don't have that book, so I don't feel like statting it. I say as I statted the other thing. Umberhulks could work. Honestly, yeah, I could just have 5 Umberhulks attack him. Like a little pack of them. Or 6. 1 dual partner for each party member. Okay, yeah, we'll go with 6 Umberhulks. Right, it's 2 attacks of its claw and one of its mandibles. So 18 plus 14 damage. So about 32 damage on average, assuming everything hits. And then it has a confusing gaze. I don't know, but it's kind of watery. It kind of makes me want to use something else. Like, I feel like I want to use something that's a little range space. Hmm. Thinking how... One thing one of my old Dungeon Masters did in Eberron was when we had random encounters, it was just always a random bandit, because, you know, bandits, you can customize them a lot more. Do these guys have a ranged attack or not? I think that's the main thing that's barring me. I need some of a ranged attack. I could just give him a ranged attack, in honesty. What? I bet here. I think that's a snow monster. Has lightning. Cavern prowlers, foes of dragons. Not sure. A monstrous Periton. Could maybe use this, but once again, ranged. I want ranged fire. Ranged fire. Draco Hydra. Resolve arcane experimentation dedicated to recreating Tiamat's power. Ooh, actually, I haven't used a frog human before. It has a 20-foot reach on its tentacle. Alright, a frog myth is an amphibious predator as big as an elephant. It layers in swamps and has 4 tentacles, yada yada yada. Are not of this world. Every few years they can lay a fertile egg without mating. Yada yada yada. Okay. Just some... Alright, I can just have like one of these guys just like wandering. Oh, but they take... Okay, so lightning will really mess them up. Main attack is plus 10. 2 attacks of its tentacles, and you can use its tongue or bite attack with it. Targets 1 medium or smaller creature within 20 feet. Must make a DC 18 strength save. On failed save, they're pulled to an unoccupied space next to the frog myth, and it can make the attack, the bite against it as a bonus action. Bite, 10 foot, plus 10 to hit. Dude, this can screw up the mages, actually. Ooh, this can really mess up the mages. Creature swallowed and blinded, has total cover against all attacks, takes acid damage at start of each turn. It can hold 2 creatures at the same time. If it takes more than 20 damage from a single turn, it must make a DC 20 con save, or regurgitate all creatures. Alright, listen this guy out. You know, I feel like, was her name Rita from Power Rangers? I can have 3 of them. It's considered a hard encounter. Let's have 1 frog myth and can I have a giant frog, giant toad. Giant frog. Frog. There it goes. Only CR 1/2, really? Or 1/4. Okay, I can have 2 frog myths. Alright. We're gonna... Oh man, goodness, I'm gonna be so trollsy if they do this combat encounter. Which I have my doubts, but it's gonna be extremely trollsy. 5 giant frogs. Three. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of labeling them with numbers. So is when my players fight these critters, it's easier for them to say, "Hey, I want to attack that one." So it's like I'm gonna attack Frog Hemif number 2. Can't really see it right now because I'm zoomed out, but if I zoom in, yeah, they have little numbers next to them, and all players can see those. Yeah, so those are, so the train battles are just train and jungle battles, a filler battle. Now right here, first of all, let me turn off the loop because that's really gonna hurt the performance for some people. There it goes. Right here, let's get a crystal. This is a relatively simple puzzle. You're gonna have these crystals that need to be charged. The party has elemental magic, so they'll have to use a spell to like charge them, and it's gonna summon some elementals for them to fight. Alright, let's do 4 lightning elementals. And how many air elementals can I add? I can have 4 air elementals. And the reason I'm making like it really hard, my players have a lot of gear and bullshittery essentially, so they might be okay. If not, then rip. I can always fudge rolls. Just read this. How it works. Something about conductor stones. Moves 30 miles per hour. So, Orion is supposed to move the trains for the most part. Like, you have to be part of that dragon marked house. I'm gonna hand wave that and just let the players be able to control the elemental to an extent, just not to an extent as a dragon marked person. So we got some living lightning bolts. They will spawn out from here. And these elementals are basically being used as a defense mechanism initially. But after that, when they go inside the cavern, things are just going haywire. Oh, air elementals have a lot of HP. Woo. But not as much damage. Whirlwind attack. Oh. On a failure, creature takes 15 blunt damage and is flung 20 feet away from the elemental in a random direction and is knocked prone. If target strikes an object as well, it takes blood. Oh my goodness, I can use these to fling people off of the combat area, and they're gonna fall 100 feet. Oh my goodness, I could do that. I could do that. They're gonna hate me so much. Oh my goodness, I have to do it now. I have to do this now. They're gonna explode out of this crystal, start attacking the party. A fireball, if they do fireball them, that could screw them up, which is fine. But honestly, if they use fireball or anything, that will destroy the crystal, and they won't be able to get the bridge to draw. So then they'll have to figure out how to transport their party and open the gate. Alright, so that's that combat set there. And then in here, there was another thing I forgot to do. Hold on. I just need to do this. There's a distinct lack of fog. And I'm just trying to put it over, like, the area that's... Yeah, that right there, I'm just trying to add more depth. Plus, fog is very moody. There you go, look at that. Let's put some here. Alright. Now the thing to fight here. There's definitely gonna be some living lightning bolts. I think, what was it? It's 1 a.m. Oh, I haven't even drank my energy drink yet. Oh, we actually streamed for 3.5 hours. So I'm gonna have two combat encounters here, depending on which way they go. I think right here I'll have water elementals, and then on this side more air elementals. Probably got some constructs as well. Maybe broken down. Nothing too crazy. But this area will be generally safe. And I think the combats I'm throwing at them will buy me enough time to figure out how to do the final map and final encounter. Alright, but I think I'm going to call it here. I still have a lot of energy drink in me, but I think I'll probably watch some streams, catch up on some streams, either archives or whoever's live, and I'm gonna grind some Elden Ring because I am testing out weapons I didn't get to play with yet. I'm getting them to like level 6. Elden Ring, if anything, I'll either stream it tomorrow after my D&D campaign, private D&D campaign, or I may stream it Monday. Monday night, I have a collab planned, actually, with some other VTubers. So look forward to that. And yeah, we'll call it here. Those of you who joined and hung out, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.